What up? This is Rama Screen at the 2017 LA Film Festival with Sam for Desolation. How you doing?
Hi, good, really good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you. I just screened the film. I scared, shitless. It was very good, man.
Perfect. Somebody recently saw the film and told me it gave his wife nightmares, and I was like, yes, that's exactly perfect. I'm glad.
It was scary. Now, talk a bit about the challenges of the logistics shooting in the woods. How tough was that?
It was tough. There's bees in the woods. There's poison ivy in the woods. There's, day one, we did the whole mountaintop scene from the beginning of the movie was day one of shooting. We hiked a whole camera kit up a mountain a mile up, wow. And then it wouldn't work. So that day was crazy. I locked my keys in my car. I never do stupid stuff like that, but I locked my keys in my car on the way to set before we left for set. And so it was a real challenge. I mean, there were, I'm not joking with the bees thing. We had a whole setup. We had all our shots planned. We had this thing. Then somebody got stung. Then two, three, four. Suddenly everybody been stung. And I'm running through the woods like we're killing time. We got to find somewhere to shoot. And then we finally find a place. And my producer comes in with a jacket and like sunglasses on and a big stick and a can of Raid. And she's like, is this where we're shooting? I said, yeah, this is where we're shooting. She's like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And she says, okay. And she proceeds to walk the perimeter, beating every sting and spraying Raid and like securing the perimeter of bees because we weren't going to have this happen again. So, you just don't think about stuff like that, but it happens. No, it was a great time. We weren't actually deep in the woods. That's a good secret. Don't actually go deep in the woods if you woods are woods. So we had a nice plot of land and we were able to shoot it from every angle to try and make it happen. It was behind a golf course, so we had golf carts we could ride to set. It was pretty nice. But yeah.
At least they're just bees, not some stalker hiker,
Right.
That'll be.
Well, Claude's a wild card. I'll admit he does some method acting to him. He would show up and surprise, like we'd be standing here, he'd be right behind us. He would do stuff like that, stay in character. He has an impeccable. Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood.
Wow.
He goes, give me the blood, Eli, give me the blood. He does that. He goes full on scary all the time. So he's great.
I spoke with Jamie and Toby about tapping into their characters and roles, because the story itself or the characters, there's a lot of motherly, thing to it, and Jamie's not a mom. And how do you, as a director, kind of, get that out for your actors?
Well, I would love to know how they answer that question because I think it's so much about what they did, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it really, right? I just, when we were looking at the casting tapes and then the chemistry reads, they just worked together. And Alicia, who plays the best friend, Jen, it's hard to describe, but when you see that chemistry on screen, what it looks like, and you believe it and you buy it. So I feel like most of my job was done when I found them and I put them together and I was like, these guys are going to be great. And then for me, I'm kind of a hands-off director when it comes to directing actors, in that I like to just give adjustments. And probably that comes from film school, working with a lot of non-actors where less is definitely more. But we had these long scenes with like 3 minutes straight of one shot. And so I knew we had to get the best actors possible. And look, by the time we got done with 14 Days in the Woods, we all felt like a family that was too close. We knew each other too much. So part of it was just the circumstances forced us to bond in a way that comes out on screen. I think some of the stuff we shot towards the end, you can really see we know each other, we know how each other's going to react, and Jamie and Toby, I mean, they just it worked. Like I think it also worked because a big part of the character of Jamie's character, Abby, is trying to connect with her son, and so they didn't have to have a deep well of a relationship before. That was kind of the point. So they come to get to know each other through the course of the film, and then that translates on screen. It's Jamie, and so as best as possible, getting the experience of acting in the film to mirror what's going on screen, it works. But it starts with just casting the best actors you can find, and we did that, and I'm so happy about that.
As I'm winding down to my final question, I want to ask you, are you a big fan of camping yourself? And did you bring that knowledge to this film?
No, you know what? Honestly, no. And I actually was working with a friend recently, or before this, on a short poker movie, and he realized as he was making it, like, oh shoot, I don't know that much about poker, and he's like, why did I make a movie about poker? And he had to do his homework on that. That was kind of me on camping. Like, I'm not a big outdoorsy person, but I tried to address that by reaching out and doing the research and asking the people in my life who are, and examining that. So it's important to know your strengths as much as your weaknesses, right? Just, you need to know your weaknesses. And so I think after this experience, I'd actually probably be more likely to go into the woods. I know that seems counterintuitive, but I hope that audience members will see this and be less likely to go into the woods.
Well, I hope this does to the camping and going to the woods what Jaws did to swimming in the ocean.
You know what? If that's the comparison, I will take it. I'll take it all day. Thank you.